Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, it's October. I'd like to welcome everyone to the October 1st. It's hard to believe.
It
We're in
is.
the final quarter of a challenging year. For October 1st, 2020 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please rise? And you're already risen. Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, great, thank you. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board. To my right is our Vice President, Gary Merrill. To my left is fellow Commissioner Barb Lewis. And we have a number of distinguished guests this morning. It's great to see everybody. And Sarah DeNova is going to run the meeting, so we can start.
Resolution number 20-869, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held September 28, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 20-869. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Fitton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-870, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CMA PR 0930.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 20-870. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Fitton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-871, in the matter of the Board of County Commissioners recognizing October 2020 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Delaware County.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. I'm guessing that's why we have everyone here today. It's a great honor to have you, and we welcome your remarks.
Thank you. I'm Elizabeth Mattoon. I'm one of the assistant prosecutors from the Delaware County Prosecutor's Office. Prosecutor Schiffel is on a very well-deserved vacation, so I am here to speak to you today in her place. And as you said, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and you know, when I think about that, I think about the fact that Delaware County is an amazing place to live and to work. But the reality is that domestic violence happens here, and that's because it happens everywhere. Domestic violence knows no bounds. It affects people of all ages, races, socioeconomic background, doesn't matter about gender, it impacts everyone. You have always been strong supporters of us as we fight domestic violence, as we try to provide a voice for victims, and we're incredibly grateful for that. So we ask that you continue to spread the message that even though domestic violence does happen here in Delaware County, that it will not be tolerated. We have a community that works to support victims, to provide a voice, and we depend on that. And when I say we, I mean our office, but also our community partners. We have wonderful partners that we are in this fight with, and we're grateful for them. I'd like to just mention a few of those. The victim advocates in our office, Trish Wright is here, she along with Megan Dillman, Megan Powell, they provide sources. Valerie Hooper is with the Sheriff's Office. She works along with Amelia Bean DeFlumer and the other prosecutors at the City of Delaware to help victims, to prosecute the misdemeanor cases. Turning Point, actually our new executive director of Turning Point, Amber Scott, is here. She and her team have been working for many years to help victims of domestic violence in Delaware County. Similarly, Helpline, they've been wonderful partners. The Delaware County Sheriff's Office, all of our law enforcement partners, we appreciate all of their hard work and support. I am humbled and proud to work with all of them in this fight, but again, we need the support of people like you, our community, and our leaders. So thank you for recognizing Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Thank you for your continued support, and we will continue that fight for you.
Great, thank you. Other folks who wish to comment, speak? Everybody's shy all of a sudden? Where'd that come from? Okay, commissioners?
I'd just like to thank everyone for what you do. I mean, this is a tragedy, and it continues. And but because of your efforts, it's being turned around, and you are making a difference in so many lives. I mean, between life and death in many cases, very, very sadly. But thank you very much. I would like to welcome our new Turning Point director too. This is great. Thank you for coming.
Knowing people have been affected by this fairly close, this is very important. And it needs to stop. And I think I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, again, probably, like Commissioner Merrill saying, everybody knows somebody who's been impacted by domestic violence, and it's just awful. And it's great to see we have so many partners addressing it and making real progress on it. I actually had a couple questions for our new executive director. Maybe if you could, I'm interested in just how Turning Point's going, since we've opened the new facility here, which is long overdue. We all were very anxious to get it here, and it's been open, what, a year and a half now?
Yes, so I'm inviting Paula up with me because I am just 30-something days in.
Could you remove, what we ask our speakers to do is remove their
Thank you.
masks.
So history, she may be able to better comment on the Delaware shelter. But as of the last 30 days that I've been there, it's been awesome. The staff is remarkable. The shelter is beautiful. So thank you to everybody that had something to do with making sure that we had that available to the community. But it's a wonderful shelter. I think it's in the perfect place. I think it's a perfect time for it. As Beth mentioned, domestic violence is here, very prevalent, and does affect women and children in the community. So I will let Paula speak to the history and how long it's been there, what day it actually, we broke ground on that.
Okay, because I don't know the date.
It was cold.
It was cold. It was very cold when we broke. Matter of fact, we just saw one of Stevens Construction who did the construction. We just saw them coming back to fix a couple things. But it's a beautiful setting, as Amber stated, and it was kind of those, you build it, they will come, because we opened it and we were full almost immediately. So it's kind of a good thing, bad thing. We have served a lot of families in that shelter already, and they are so happy to have a safe spot, but it's really nice to give them a place that, it's almost a place of respite there, because the setting is very serene. If you haven't been there, I encourage you to come by. So it was a needed thing. We have been in this business for 42 years. So unfortunately, we haven't worked ourselves out of a job. But we're still working. We couldn't do what we do without all the people behind us. I mean, it does take a village to raise our families. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you all for your efforts, and that is a great facility, a great location.
It is.
I know one of the things I was struck by was the pet facility.
It is, and we've even had a potbelly pig already. In case you wonder, we've had dogs and cats and a potbelly pig, so.
It's one of those things you don't think about, but there's probably situations where people stay because of the pets.
The average
They didn't
life
have
of
a
a
place.
pet in a home where there's domestic violence is less than 18 months.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So,
and you
you
just,
can't leave home without, I couldn't leave without my dog. You wouldn't leave it behind, so we're really
my
lucky that we
it's
have
one of
that.
those things you just don't think about, but we have a way to handle that and
Yeah.
hopefully take care of
We
pets
tried
and
to think of
families.
all to remove as many barriers as possible for some.
Right. Well, thank you. Again, thank you very
thank
much.
you.
I'm also interested, maybe, Beth, you could answer this, the impact COVID in the last 6 months has had on the number of cases of domestic violence. Because anecdotally, I've heard that they've gone up. I don't know if that's what you're seeing in the prosecutor's office.
Sure, and you have folks that weren't leaving the house, and so they were held there together, and tensions were higher. And so I know I personally would listen to body camera footage on some of my cases where they were talking about being stuck in there together. And then on the flip side, when folks aren't getting out of the home, whereas somebody may have noticed what happened, how did you get that injury, are you okay? They weren't happy, they may not have that contact. So that's why it's important for us to make sure that people know that even if you aren't getting out all the time, we are all still here, we all still support, but it has absolutely had an impact on the incidents, but also on the reporting.
And I'm the acting city prosecutor really being the Plymouth, and we've definitely seen an increase, not just because people are locked together, but because people are losing their of the family are greater than they typically are. So we have definitely down in municipal court seen an increase in not just number, but in reporting and in the people who've switched their stories, which is pretty typical in domestic violence, but now there's even more because of that financial impact.
And as the shelter, we've been very considerate of congregate living. It would be hard if you were somebody who needed to take your children and leave in this kind of, and, you know, you think of the nursing homes and what's going on in the jails and the prisons, and so we're kind of in that same situation. We have to be very careful how we set up our shelter, and I think we've done a really good job in our shelter as far as making accommodations for that.
That's right. Gee.
Okay, well, again, thank you all for everything you do. We're glad to
Thank you so
help
much.
increase awareness, do what we can, you know, to help promote the efforts you do and keep our families safe.
Yes, keep in touch.
Yeah.
When you think of things throughout the year that we can do.
Have we voted on the resolution? No. Okay, we need to vote on the resolution. You can be assured it will pass. But here is the actual signed resolution, and we will give that to you. Normally, we'd be glad to go out in the lobby and have this really close picture of everybody, but we can't do that these days. So we'll just rely on you to do some promotion of that, the resolution. It'd be great. Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sarah, we do need to take a vote.
Vote on motion 20-871. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Aye,
All right, there we go. Thank you.
thank you.
All right.
Boy, we've got some great people working
Oh, my gosh, yes.
on this, gee.
And that Turning Point campus
And that-
is amazing.
Oh, it is, it's a great place, just,
Next on our agenda, we have Susie Bibler, the Executive Director of Main Street, Delaware.
Susie here? Oh, there she is.
Hi,
Welcome,
I
Susie.
didn't recognize you.
I didn't either. I didn't, with the mask and everything, it's hard to see who's here. Welcome.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me this morning. I won't take up too much of your time, but I did want to come in and personally invite you to our groundbreaking event for the new Delaware Welcome Center that will be taking place on October 15th at noon. I know that you did receive an electronic copy of the invite last week, but we believe it's going to be a wonderful resource in the community, not just for businesses in the downtown, but throughout the county, as well as for visitors and residents alike.
Yeah, it's great that you're able to not lock down, but
Boy, it's-
get an agreement on this building and
yes.
move forward on, I know it's going to take a lot of renovation, it's going to take some time, some fundraising, et cetera, but it's just a great location, it's a great
Yeah.
partnership to be downtown right there.
Absolutely. For the last, for many years now, Main Street has had an office in the same building as the Strand, just down on the corner. A lot of people don't know that we are there. It is a one-room office, so there's no doors, and with 2 employees in our office now, it's become a little challenging to be on a phone call or even meeting with people. So we know that the Strand is also going through some challenging times with COVID and everything, and we thought that if this could work out, then they could possibly get a new tenant that will and be able to generate some income through that, as well as saving a building in the downtown. It was going to be torn down before the Historic Preservation Commission was against it, and that's kind of when we decided that we would step in. We felt like everything that the city wanted to accomplish by tearing down the building, we could do by saving the building, providing that area that would be a welcoming, hospitable area for people to come down and get the information that they need.
Was it open last Saturday? I was downtown, and it looked like people were going through it, and I I thought about going over, and I thought, well, I knew the date was coming up, so I thought I'd just wait. But was it open Saturday?
Yes, so for our farmers market is happening in the downtown now. And so every Saturday during the farmers market, we, ourselves and the Andrews House are, have a space on the porch, and you wouldn't believe the amount of people who have interest in coming in and seeing the building. On the outside, it's been sitting empty for like 5 to 8 years, and on the outside, it looks like it's in bad shape, but the inside, the structure is really good and has a lot of character, and we want to be able to show that off and, again, just restore it and making it something that can be useful. So,
It's really neat that you're going to be able to save that building.
Yeah.
What a great location. For
absolutely.
Your mission
What a
of
neat-
your work.
It's really a neat house.
And
Look at this.
It is on my calendar. I do plan on being there.
Gee.
Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do have a conflict. I'm trying to see if I can change it, but right now I have a conflict.
Yeah.
Probably won't be there, but Commissioner Lewis, I don't know.
Boy, it's, so you will be doing renovation inside
Yes.
too, or? Okay.
Yes, on the outside and the inside. And as I mentioned, the outside looks a little bit worse than the inside. It has hardwood floors throughout, and we're
Oh,
going to be
wow.
restoring those hardwood floors, ripping out the carpet. There's some painting that needs to be done, a relocation of a bathroom, and a wall that was put up in the last 10 to 15 years that we're going to take down, but it wasn't original to the home. So we truly want to make it, restore it back to its
Oh, that's
original.
great. It's really exciting. Really exciting.
We also plan on putting an ADA ramp on the side of the house so that we recently changed our mission as a Main Street organization. It used to just be to create a vibrant downtown experience, but we changed that to create a vibrant downtown experience for all. And so that ADA accessibility is very important to us. Yeah.
Kind of on a different topic, but kind of the same. How's our businesses downtown doing in this transition?
It depends on who you ask. A lot of them aren't really saying how good or bad they're doing. A lot of the restaurants with the expanded patio space have done pretty well, but when you go inside a lot of the restaurants, they're empty, which is very scary going into the winter months and the cooler temperatures. I think it will be telling what the downtown will look like in the spring. We're doing everything that we can to, try to help these businesses. I know with some CARES Act money that the city received, they are looking at trying to come up with some marketing monies that can help with that.
Yeah, we were there Saturday night, and it was really vibrant. There was a lot going on, it was a beautiful night. It was really busy, so that was great to see. Now,
Yeah,
weather, we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like Delaware really supports our downtown businesses, and so it's great to see that. I was talking to some folks who own property in the Short North area, and they came up to downtown Delaware, and they were saying that actually this is more vibrant right now than even the Short North. So it's exciting, but also sad to just feel for those business owners that have poured so much into to their business and to no fault of theirs,
Sure.
maybe failing. So
Well, we've encouraged, from up here, we've encouraged people to get out and support the local businesses, and I hope people are doing that. I'm sort of trying to do my share. I've eaten at 2 downtown Delaware restaurants the last 2 days, and I'll be at another one tomorrow. So it's important they survive. We got such a great downtown, largely to your efforts and those who preceded you, and we're very fortunate.
thank you.
But that's true of a whole county, but the whole county's important.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you, Susie.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks for
Thanks,
coming
Kelsey.
in.
Thanks, Anthony. Oh, you have some additional remarks? Sure.
Board member, I thought I'd come up and just say how excited the board is.
Your mask.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't hear you as well.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Just as an appointed board member, I just wanted to say how excited the board is as a whole about this project, and really all of the work and heart that Susie and staff has put into this has been really incredible. And I think, again, just to echo Susie too, of having that community center to really welcome all of these tourists that are coming from all over from the shore north, Dublin, up north, and in Marion, and even Morrow County. I think it's really telling where Delaware is right now in terms of being even a tourist attraction place. So it'll be a really beautiful community welcome center with the plans that we have, and we're looking forward to moving forward with it.
Oh, super.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Sarah?
Resolution number 20-872, in the matter of granting annexation petition from the agents of the petitioner, Aaron Underhill Esquire, David Hodge Esquire, and Eric Zartman Esquire, requesting annexation of 8.897 acres of land in Liberty Township to the city of Howell.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Vote on motion 20-872. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-873, in the matter of approving a transfer of appropriation for the Board of Elections.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion? Welcome, Anthony.
Anthony Sadie, Deputy Director at the Board of Elections. This is CARES money that we received from the state, and when we originally appropriated it, we thought we were going to have increased mailing at our offices. However, we've since decided to outsource our mailing to a vendor for all our mail absentee ballots, and it's a good thing we did. We have, as of right now, we're approaching 50,000 mail absentee ballots. I think we're at 45,000 mail absentee requests have come in. To give you an idea, in 2016, for the entire 2016 general election, we had around 25,000.
Oh, gosh.
So we've way surpassed that. And I don't know if we would have been able to handle it ourselves. So this is transferring money that we were going to use originally for more larger equipment to handle the processing to other things that we can use this money for COVID-related expenses.
Okay.
Great.
Vote?
Vote on motion 20-873. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Anthony.
Resolution number 20-874, in the matter of amending the Child Placement Services contract in the First Amendment between the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, and Mended Reeds Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob Anderson, Director of Job and Family Services. This is just a simple contract putting it in place. This is a contract that we'd been working on previously when the multiple contracts came over. We just got the necessary paperwork and those things from Mending, and we're just asking for approval so we have it in place in times of need.
So no real substantive changes
No.
with this
No.
amendment? Okay. Vote?
Vote on motion 20-874. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Resolution number 20-875, in the matter of approving a transfer of appropriation for the dog warden.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion?
Morning, Commissioners. Brian Gallagher, Director of Safety and Security. It's a transfer of appropriations into capital for the purchase of a cap for the truck. So you see the trucks going around, the big device that holds the dogs in the back. That's what it's for.
Okay. Vote?
Vote on motion 20-875. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you.
How many dogs do we have at the?
Right now, we have 5.
5, okay.
We got a couple Shih Tzus and some Labs, so.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Yes.
Mitch Garrett. He's the, I'll let him introduce himself, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was mine.
Yep.
My name is Mitchell Garrett. I am the deputy dog warden, the supervisor out at the shelter right now. So
Oh, gosh, thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
nice to meet you
Congratulations.
folks.
Welcome.
Welcome.
First time Commissioner.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be back every session, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They're riveting. They're riveting.
Thank you.
Okay? Yes. So recess,
Yes, we'll recess until.
recess till 10 o'clock.
Okay.